Now on NBA Inside Stuff, we'll take another look at the Bulls' historic three-peat and the wild victory party.
Three rings, I'm on top of the world!
The Bulls win! Duke's point guard Bobby Hurley's ready to take his shot at the NBA. Oh, my! And you'll get to see the hosts of the show losing their minds.
Soaking wet, I'm telling you, he's soaking wet.
Check this out.
The killer crossover.
What's up?
Time out!
You like my hat?
Three. Jordan on the drive. Jam.
Someone say jam session?
Now here's Magic down the middle.
2, 1, liftoff.
Hold on, folks. Buckle up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season finale, which means it is the last show of the year for Inside Stuff. I'm Ahmad Rashad.
And I'm Willow Bay. We have a lot of stuff to cover in this last show, including a look at two of the top names in this week's NBA draft, Bobby Hurley and Anthony Hardaway.
We will also rewind the greatest moments from this year's playoffs, and we'll look at some not-so-great moments that occurred right here in the studio.
Yeah, not my favorite part.
Well, some of mine. I like the part when you... Well, we'll let them see that. They're called the Inside Stuff bloopers of the year. For the world champion Chicago Bulls, this was a week to kick back, relax, and enjoy their third straight NBA title. They were honored at what has now become an annual victory bash in Chicago. But it took 6 hard-fought games against Phoenix before the celebration could begin.
Pippen with the stop. Oh, what a move by Scottie Pippen. Here comes Jordan all the way to the basket. Plays it up and in from coast to coast. Michael Jordan took it to the rack. Here's Paxson for the lead. Yes, the Bulls take a 1-point lead, and John Paxson converts a three-pointer. It's all over. The Chicago Bulls have won 3 straight NBA championships.
Three-time NBA World Champion Chicago Bulls. Congratulations. It's a great accomplishment.
Feels so nice. 3 years in the league. 3 rings. I'm on top of the world.
Tell me the truth. Did we just win 3?
You just won 3.
Hey. You champ, boy. You a champ.
That, I guess, the final minute summed up the season for us. The struggle that we had all year long, and we kept fighting, and we came out on top.
For me personally, you know, I think it was something that I was looking forward to separate myself from Magic and Bird. They never did it, and I did it, so that makes me, you know, feel special, I believe it.
Michael also won his 3rd straight Finals MVP award and the car that goes along with it.
Once again, I must thank Jeep Eagle for having an MVP award such as the car. Now I got so many cars, I don't know what to do with them. But, you know, I'm never going to turn them down when they're free, believe me.
The finishing touch was the celebration at Grant Park, where the Bulls were already looking ahead to next year.
The last 3 years, we've been very, very tough in terms of trying to duplicate what we did the previous year. Certainly, destiny shall be back here for the 4th time. Thank you.
Horace Grant has, well, become sort of controversial in the past by guaranteeing victories, but that didn't stop him from going out on another limb. He guaranteed that the Bulls will four-peat, but only if they get the same kind of fan support that they've gotten the past 3 years.
Now that the champs have been crowned, the NBA's focus shifts from Chicago to Detroit. The Palace of Auburn Hills will be the scene of Wednesday's draft. And one of the most highly rated prospects is Duke point guard Bobby Hurley. His slick passing made him the NCAA's all-time assist leader. But Hurley has been a leader in more ways than one. He's not as strong or as flashy as Chris Webber, and he's not nearly as tall as Sean Bradley. But Bobby Hurley has qualities that can't be measured in numbers, like heart and leadership. Recently, I caught up with him at his old high school in Jersey City. So, Bobby, how did playing here at St. Anthony's shape your development as a basketball player?
Well, I think it helped my toughness because, you know, we never really took anything for granted here because the facilities aren't that great and the players are very good and we worked real hard here.
That work ethic came from his father, Bob Sr., who was also his coach. What was it like playing for your dad?
He was tough on me at times early in my career, but I think it really helped me because you know, he taught me how to work hard on my game and how to improve. And he constantly stayed on top of me and made sure I was doing the right thing.
Bobby led St. Anthony's to 3 state titles and won national attention. He always had athletic talent, but his parents saw something more.
You know, being sort of a dad/coach, we just made sports available to him. And the one thing he was, even from being a small kid, he was unbelievably determined.
After being heavily recruited, Hurley finally chose Duke. As a freshman, he came in and immediately took charge of the team. Bobby, as you look back over your college career, is there one moment that particularly stands out in your mind?
I think the best moment for me was beating UNLV my sophomore year, just because we were pretty much humiliated by them the year before.
There's no phase of the game that UNLV hasn't outperformed Duke in. It's total domination in this game. Folks, this one's all Vegas.
I just remembered how bad it felt to lose that way, and how I didn't want that to happen anymore, and that feeling stayed with me.
That bitter lesson made him work that much harder, and Hurley led Duke to back-to-back national titles while being named an All-American. But one of his biggest thrills was being named to the college team that scrimmaged against the Dream Team.
It was unbelievable. I think it was the best week of basketball in my life. Playing against guys like Magic and Bird and Michael Jordan was unbelievable, and I always remember that week.
And the Olympians definitely remembered Hurley.
Well, Bobby Hurley is a very talented player. He makes really good things happen. We got to do a better job of containing him.
To earn the respect of those guys is better than earn the respect of anybody else that I play against or anything, because those are the best.
Now that he knows he can compete against the best, he's begun to envision his NBA future.
It's my dream to put on an NBA uniform and go out there. It's something that I always did, just being on the playground by myself, dribbling around and shooting.
Hurley's hard work has filled him with confidence, and he will enter the league with high expectations.
I want to be first-team All-Rookie. That's my goal. No matter who's coming out this year, I was first-team All-American this year in college, so it's something that I want to do next year as a rookie. I think if I do any worse than that, then I would be going downhill.
That young man's got some moxie.
After the phenomenal high school and college careers that you've had, and all the records that you've set, and all the games that you've won, are you worried that you won't be able to sort of surpass those accomplishments in your NBA career?
Yeah, I know it's going to be real tough, especially since I've always had control of what situation I was going to be in. I've always put myself in a situation where I could succeed. I just have to know that personally I gave it my best and did everything I could to win.
Despite his small stature, Bobby has a reputation for toughness. Back in high school, he'd drive around with his teammates looking for the best playground games. And you had to be tough on those playgrounds because no fouls were called, although he said nothing quite prepared him for getting a pick set on him by Karl Malone. He said that was pretty unforgettable.
He made quite a reputation for himself during the practices with the Dream Team. I remember the guys talking about him eating everybody up except for Michael Jordan. They said once Michael Jordan got on him, they were calling him the glove. That was it.
It was done. Well, we've still got a lot more to come, but right now we'll take a timeout and come back after this.
Hey, what do I have to do to get the inside stuff around here?
Still to come, we'll look back at this year's best slam dunks in Jam Session. Then we'll preview someone who's sure to be in Jam Session next year, Memphis State's Anthony Hardaway. And later in our bloopers segment, you'll see how co-hosting is just part of Ahmad's job.
I do everything. Do hair, do makeup. Now I got no more tools.
Hey, I may get no respect, but at least I got the inside stuff.
Give me room. I'm going high, so let it get up in the air.
With the basketball season now over, it is time to enjoy some outdoor activities. I will be doing a lot of barbecuing, a lot of swimming and stuff like that. But a lot of people around the country like going to amusement parks, especially you. That's right. See, you can usually find her any place where they have a merry-go-round.
Recently, I spent the day out at the Six Flags theme park in Atlanta. It's one of 7 parks that are playing host to the Sports Illustrated Sports Festival.
Look out. Here we go.
On the grounds of Six Flags over Georgia, I decided to get a few pitching lessons from former Major League great Vida Blue. I'm ready. Here goes. Leg up. All around me, people were taking part in every kind of sport you can imagine. No matter what your game is, you're sure to find it here.
If you're not a football fan, you've got baseball and basketball. There's something here for everybody.
One of the big attractions was the slam dunk contest, where people got to try out their jams. Florence Griffith Joyner was playing horse with the Hawks' Kevin Willis.
Now, the press is on her now. Watch FloJo now. The press is on FloJo.
The pressure was on NBC's Steve Jones as he tried to blast out of a trap.
Oh! Right, Mulligan, don't I get another shot?
Take another shot. At one booth, you could do your own play-by-play on some of the great moments in sports history.
It's kind of a neat opportunity to be able to call the play on your own as you see it.
Jordan, up! It's gone! Oh, Michael Jordan has just won the game! And they're going pandemonium in Chicago! It's unbelievable!
If you want to see more of those calls and more about the festival, Steve and I will be hosting a half-hour special. It airs July 11th right here on NBC.
Oh, if you like the NBA playoffs, you'll love today's edition of Rewind. We are going to relive the past 7 weeks with all the game-winning shots, dramatic plays, and memorable moments. We'll find out whatever happened to the Jordan stopper. We'll look back at Bill Murray's psychic predictions, and Charles Barkley talks some basketball with God. All in this edition of Rewind. The playoffs were enough to get Billy Crystal all shook up. And in the first round, it was Air Jordan getting off to a flying start. He lets this one fly from half court, and it hits. Here's how our psychic saw things.
Charlotte, first time in the playoffs, they got Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson and a whole group of young players. They could make some noise. They could make noise, and they probably will make noise. They're loud people.
Well, Charlotte did make some noise as Alonzo Mourning's buzzer beater knocked out the Celtics. But in the second round, they got drowned out by Charles Oakley as the Knicks swat down the Hornets in 5 games, and the Oakman gives a big shout-out to Larry Johnson. In the West, Barkley went head-to-head with the Admiral and sunk San Antonio.
Well, we go to overtime. Barkley, 20-footer, yes, with 1.8 seconds. Charles Barkley.
Meanwhile, the self-proclaimed Jordan stopper, Gerald Wilkins, couldn't stop Michael when it counted.
Falls, fires. Yeah! Does it again! The ball's wet. He looks at the crowd.
You know, Jordan rules. You know, that's just bottom line. That was a great shot by a great player.
In the conference finals, Charles was out to shoot down the Sonics, but the real smoking gun belonged to Dan Marley with a playoff record 8 trades. From close range, John Starks throws down the stump of the season. But the Knicks end up getting stuffed by the Bulls, and this play by Charles Smith summed it all up. 4 tries, no points, 1 crushing defeat.
Stopped again by Pippen.
In the finals, the Suns took Game 3 in triple overtime, and Charles thought their prayers would be answered.
God want us to win the world championship.
I don't know if I'd go that far, Charles.
Oh, no, I talked to him the other night.
Charles must have gotten some wrong information because when John Paxson hit this 3, the Bulls went home with the title, and the sun finally set on Phoenix.
3 straight NBA championships.
What a shot. Finally, it seems there was some dissension on the Suns in the playoffs. Danny Ainge came out and said his teammate Dan Marley is boring. Ainge said, why do you think he's been single so long? He is the most boring person that I've ever met in my life. Plus, he shaves his legs. Obviously, Danny has not yet had a chance to meet some of the members of our staff. But once Marley hears about this, Ainge will be really bored because he'll find he has to wait 3 hours for a table at Marley's restaurant. We will be back with more stuff right after this.
Rewind is brought to you by the new LA Gear, which reminds you to get in gear. LA Gear.
This is what I do when I come down, freak him, come like that.
Here's Hardaway with the stutter step. Hardaway, the Kelly crossover.
Ooh,
Oh, my, Tim Hardaway.
I like that.
Bausch & Lomb, the official contact lens of the NBA, presents Court Vision. By definition, the assist is what leads to the basket. But as you'll see, it also led to some of the most exciting plays of the season.
Giuliana head to Adams. Adams behind his back to Buck Johnson. It goes to Kendall Gill. Nice gift. Oh, you gotta love it. Rebound, bounces around, came to Kent. Behind the back pass from Peat. Out to Jackson on the run. Here comes Harper, the greater scorer.
Hey, yo, man, why you stopping? That was funky.
I kept my breath.
All right, you got it?
Yeah.
Kick it.
Rebound. Oh, no. Bounce to the last. You got a nice Bergeron knocks it away. Ball picked up. Stockton has it. Nice bounce pass to Corbin for two. Down to an open Hardaway.
It's always exciting to watch Mr. What's up? Tim Hardaway. We haven't seen him since the regular season, though.
And next season, the NBA will be getting a lot of exciting new playmakers, including another Hardaway.
Another Hardaway? He is Anthony Hardaway of Memphis State. No relation to Tim, though he could end up joining him on the Warriors. Golden State has the 3rd pick in the draft, and they're considering using that pick to take Anthony. He's a 6'7" guard who does it all on the court and does it with style.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Anthony Hardaway has impressed everyone with his all-around game, but he takes special pride in his passing.
Oh, what a play by Hardaway.
I mean, that's just instinct for me to just pass the ball. And they say I overpass. You know, I'd rather be known for an overpasser than someone that doesn't pass.
Besides becoming one of the country's top players, he captured the attention of 2 NBA legends.
I want to go where those guys have been. You know, they've done everything that I want to do. And to hear them say that, you know, it's a great feeling.
That kind of praise has heightened his anticipation in the days leading up to the NBA draft.
Well, it's more excitement than nervousness because, you know, I'm just waiting on the draft. You know, nobody's saying anything about who's going where, and I guess that's what makes it so exciting.
Here we go, and roll, please.
While he's waiting for the draft, he's keeping busy with an interesting summer job in L.A. Hardaway landed a part in the basketball movie Blue Chips, starring Nick Nolte.
I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I just did it off instinct. You know, they just gave me some parts to read, and I read them with Nick Nolte, and came through for them. I think the one scene that they're going to remember me by is because I get homesick, and I want to leave school. And we had this big argument and everything. That's going to be the scene that I'll be remembered by.
But he's spending most of his time focusing on the most important work, getting ready for his pro career.
While I'm here for the movies, I'm going to visit teams on my off days, so that means I'm all, like, up until the draft, I'm just going to be busy. And as soon as the draft's over, I'll have a little air, but not that much.
Anthony has found some great competition to help himself stay in shape. He's been playing pickup games with some of the Clippers and the LA Lakers at UCLA.
You go out there and you see all these professional guys who you might be playing against, or who you are going to be playing against in the regular season, and you just try to get used to them. They can teach you a lot, you know, by telling you what to do and what not to do. That's why I'm playing with those guys, to just try to get ahead of most of the collegiate guys who are, you know, who are in college right now. They don't have the opportunity to play with all these pro players like I have, so I'm taking advantage of them.
He's taking advantage of these scrimmages to learn a few things from the pros, especially about taking his game to the next level.
All those guys have the will to win, and you have to work hard to do it. I mean, they just didn't stop by letting people say, hey, you're good. You want to be better than good. You know, you want to be the best. That's what I'm trying to do.
One thing you need coming into the NBA is a distinctive nickname, and Anthony is known as Penny. As a kid, his grandmother said he was cute as a penny, and the name has stuck with him ever since.
You know, one of his college teammates said that he is such a nice guy, he doesn't even talk any trash. How long do you think that'll last?
Oh, probably about 2 minutes into the first NBA game. Well, next season, you are sure to see Anthony in jam session, but for right now, you'll see people like Michael, Sir Charles, and Shaq as we look at the top slam dunks of the season. Isn't that, this is the last show. And it's
nostalgic.
It really is. Well, the song is called Slam. It's from the group Onyx, and here it is in jam session.
My mind is I thought it was safe. I just hit you in the face.
Jam Session is brought to you by Gatorade for that deep down body thirst. Hotel accommodations furnished to NBA Inside Stuff by ITT Sheraton, the official hotel company of the NBA.
It's almost time to wrap up another season, but before we go, there are some things that we have to do. We have to lock up the studio, throw away the mold bagels that I had in my dressing room. You know what I'm really going to miss?
What?
Making fun of. Come here. Come here.
Come on,
over
hurry.
here. Just hurry up. Quick. We're trying to get making fun of Mitch. Get out of here. One more time, we'll check out the blooper reel, won't we?
Yes, as you're about to see, things sometimes get a little silly around here, and we've been saving up our bloopers all year long, and here are just a few of the highlights. Well, it's...
Rewind. Mute it.
We'll spend a day in the life of the Boston Celtics' Kevin McHale. Kevin will prove that he is a man of many talents around the house.
What if you can do this? Or this? Or how about this? I tell you, everyone is excited that night except my new bull. Let me tell you one thing about new bull. He's soaking wet. I'm telling you, he's soaking wet. Wait, I didn't touch it. Oh.
Oliver Miller, Imitations of Charles.
Steely Dan.
I love that song.
What's this? Bill Conrad. Is this serious? So, there it is. Our third season of NBA. Well, that was pretty funny stuff, though.
We were pretty funny.
Hopefully.
Not on purpose.
All right, we will do this all over again next season, starting on October 30th. I can hardly wait.
Until then, thanks for watching. Have a great summer, and we leave you with one last look at this unforgettable year in the NBA.
This may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
The Orlando Magic selects Shaquille O'Neal from Louisiana State University.
Co-MVPs of this year's All-Star Game.
Now we're standing face to face.
There will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Your season this year is a role model for an MVP season.